Well, Drake dropped a new album, and we got a reaction here today about fans reacting to the Drake and Party album Next Door. Did y'all get the album? Let me know what you think of the album. Did you listen to it? I listened to it 3 times, and I'll let you know at the end of this what I thought about it. But let's get into it. If you want to support the channel, hit the like button. I appreciate it. This is father-daughter duo reacts. I've done one other video for them, their upcoming channel. I like them. Well, we're growing together, I guess. But I like their content. Make sure y'all go over there, give them a like, give them a follow.
All right, time to listen to the Drake and PartyNextDoor album. Some sexy songs for you. Let's go.
Uh-oh. What's going on?
It's just like a flower. What colors the CN Tower? Dreams are flowing. Say touch this will make the guys that black. Girl, I can't decide if I should stay and say I tried. I should leave and say goodbye.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 through 10, somebody call ICE. This needs to be deported.
Damn. She says somebody call ICE. This need to be deported. Wow. Is that an accurate statement of? I know somebody out there heard their album. Let me know if that's accurate. Wow. That is, woof. Hope she ain't got to give me no review. She's a tough one. Oof. She's like at the Apollo.
I do think the PartyNextDoor and Drake album is bad. But let me explain why. Number one, not enough party. The same way I felt like not enough 21 Savage on their collab album. You got to share the songs more. Number two.
So you got to really ask, is it a collab album or is it just a hidden Drake album? You know, like they're afraid to put Drake out front because they don't want him to take the heat. So they say, oh, it's a collab, but it's you know.
I feel like Drake isn't growing with his core audience. The same people who grew up on So Far Gone can't really connect with this, right? We're not talking about partying every night and dealing with women half your age. He got a song on the album called Glorious where you say you got kicked out your mama house, where you about to go now? What women are you dealing with as you push 40, if not 40 already, that they getting kicked out their mama house?
Facts.
We got mortgages and stuff like that. I'm not saying you got to rap and sing about mortgages, and I'm not saying you had to rap hard because this is clearly a pop and R&B album. But when you look at Tyler, the Creator, who made Shock Value raps and grew into making classic albums, when you look at The Weeknd, who started off making dark R&B and now makes stadium pop hits, there's some level of growth that happens. And it was time right after the Super Bowl to at least make people remember why you're somewhere at the top. And I don't think he did that. This was
and that's the thing. Drake hasn't grown since he's entered the game. He's in the same place he's been for 15 years. You know, I'm 48 now, and I'm not sure how old this young man is, but he looked like he just got over. He's looked like he's in his 30s maybe, and he just got over his Drake era. And Drake is still singing songs for high school kids and that college lifestyle. And all of us are moving on, and he's still stuck in the same place. And he's now going through that transformation of how all of us eventually gets rid of Drake. So I see all of to say, all of us at one time was a huge Drake fan, but we grew out of it because he stayed the same. And that's why we can't resonate with his music, because he's not making it for his, well, he is making it for his demographic. He's just not making it for people his age. He's making it for clubs and that life. And yeah, if you about that life, then this stuff will resonate with you beautifully.
Copy and paste of songs we already heard, just not as good. I can even put these with songs like Jungle or Barber's Room. I'm not saying they have to be to that effect or that great, but they should at least be able to be on the same playlist. I wouldn't even put them on the same playlist. I didn't like that. I'm sorry, I didn't like it.
And that was one thing that I didn't like. I didn't like the structure of the songs. I think it could have went a lot differently. You know, it didn't seem like there was any real true meaning to the song, to the album, the way the songs were put. It seemed like they just picked up some dice and just threw it and said, all right, 6, 5, 4, and we're gonna make sure these two go up front, you know, and that was it. There was no really good thought process into it.
just finished listening to Drake and Party new album.
Okay.
And I just got one question about the track Glorious. Do Ice Spice know she up and down that song, like her ad libs and her voice and her interviews? Do she know that this was used? Because I feel like it's free usage, right, to use somebody's voice on your song. It ain't no copyright against that, is it?
It is copyright.
So do she know? Because I'm sorry, that song is so creepy. Like, the Drake, sure, nah, it's giving very much weird. Because if y'all ain't heard that song and you don't want to listen to the album, just go listen to that song. Because that song is like, he using the girl lyrics and flow and all that, and like talking about allegedly, basically being with this girl. I'm like, oh, but Ice Spice said it wasn't giving Drake. Let me find out it was giving Drake. Like, child, Drake is a messy. Like, every time it comes to Drake, he always exposes somebody, revealing something. Especially when it comes to females, he is just so lame for that. Always want to put it on blast. Ice Spice wasn't trying to claim you. They ain't gonna make a song exposing what might be the truth. I don't know, but y'all go listen to that song because I'm still here like, ooh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's right about that. She's definitely right about that. The song with Ice Spice was a little bit creepy. I think for me, it kind of exposed Drake a little bit, because that was one point when you started listening to Drake and they started sounding alike a little bit. I'm pretty sure she knows she's on there. I'm sure some good money came out of it. And I've said before, why would you hang out with Drake? Because eventually he's going to snitch on you. Why would you run the risk of hanging out with him? Because anything you do in private gonna come out as long as your friendship fall apart. He ain't keeping nothing. Don't trust them new niggas over there.
Listen to that song because I'm still here like, ooh.
I'm sorry, but how do you come off of losing the biggest rap battle in history, and then you proceed to drop the worst album in your discography by far? It doesn't make sense to me, right? I have been waiting for Drake to come back from this beef and release some good music, because that's how you bounce back from losing a rap beef. You come back and prove that you're great at making music, and he's done this in the past. He has classic albums, he has classic songs, he has bangers. He has the capability to make.
You know what? I gotta say something too. When Ja Rule came back after his whooping, he dropped 2 really good albums after that. The albums he dropped after that was really good albums. It was just that he got stepped on so hard, but he had good music. This stuff is definitely questionable that we're seeing here now from Senor Drake.
Good music. And what I just heard, some songs for you, terrible. Some of the worst singing performances I've ever heard from Drake in my life. Some of the worst writing I've ever heard from Drake in my life. Some of those lines, corny, epic levels of corny. And I'm in shock and I'm confused, because I know he knows better than this. But it's like, do you want to be humiliated? Do you like being ridiculed? Why would you even drop an album that sounds as bad as this and then drag down another amazing artist with you? Like, this was your opportunity to lock in and prove yourself, and you did the exact opposite. And this is going to be remembered. Like, I've lost all faith.
Like, I really wonder, what's the replay value of this album? What's the replay? If anybody listening to it right now, y'all jamming out, let me know down in the comments. I mean, I'm sure somebody's is popping to this. I gotta check academics. I haven't looked at academics yet. I know he's glazing right now. Probably. I gotta go over and check on what he thinks about this album.
Top skills.
Yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this, bro. I'm sorry. I can't do it, bro. I don't like this album already. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Doug. I thought I could give it a try, bro. I don't even hate Drake for real. I just hate the singing, bro. Like, it's not my album personally. It is what it is. My honest opinion, bro. I don't know. I don't know, King. This ain't it. All due respect, like it's made for girls. It's made for girls. It's made for niggas in love. It ain't made for me. I ain't in love, and I ain't a girl. So
You know, it's funny he said it. He's right, but an R&B song, right? Shouldn't it be made to feel love? Like when you hear it, you're supposed to feel that love in the song because it's not just women feel love songs, men feel it too, right? Because when you and a woman and y'all get together and y'all listen to the song, it's the song that bring you together, and that's what he really means. Because a lot of these songs didn't do that. You know, it was just singing, but it was like going and listening to some bland opera song. Just but there's no, the R&B feel behind it.
Into me, baby. After that, we should get into me, baby. I'm trying to do something explicit. You asking me?
Oh. Was he talking about a minor?
So, child, Drake dropped. And the reason I knew he dropped was because everybody was on Twitter going crazy, talking about Drake is back. And, everybody like Drake, nah, stay over there. And I'm like, oh, he must be talking that for real. He like really must be popping his because everybody is talking big about this album. So I go to listen to it, and to my surprise, I don't know, maybe I'm just not a Drake fan, and maybe that's who like the music is for Drake fans, and that's who is like the loudest on Twitter with Drake fans. Because I'm sitting here like, okay, it's not objectively bad, but I'm like, what's mind blowing about it? It's the same Toronto outer space nocturnal R&B. You gave us 1 million albums of this shit, and what makes this any different, any more special? But I'm sure it's gonna be on the radio. I'm sure everybody gonna gas it up.
I'm listening to this new Drake album, and first of all,
I'm not even sure if they're gonna run this shit on the radio, just to be honest. But and you know what? One of the things I'm looking forward to is to see how much UMG actually try to push this project. Because I'm pretty sure he's not getting any promotion on this. They're not pushing this for nothing. They turned those bots off.
we love Party, so I was going to listen to it anyway. But it's funny how this whole time during all of this rap beef that they've been calling Drake a colonizer, and he is still on this album cosplaying as a Spanish man.
Drake's new album is horrible.
Yeah, there's a Spanish song on there where he sings in Spanish. What's the name of the damn song? And where is it? Meet Your Padre. Drake, stop doing Spanish songs, man. Try to do something good in English.
With even FaZe Lacey coming to tears over how bad the album was. Aiden Ross saying it could be worst album of the year. And Stable Ronaldo even saying that it felt like Drake was inside of him and not in a good way when he listened to this album. So what do you guys think? Because I think new Drake is pretty mid. And PartyNextDoor really isn't that good either. I think it's just a bunch of new TikTok songs, honestly. All I want is the old Drake back.
The Drake album.
Wow, what a review right there, right? But is he wrong? Let me know. Because a lot of what he said, I thought to be pretty true right there. A lot of what he just said.
That PartyNextDoor and Drake album. I'm just going to say it right now. P&D just saved Drake. But regarding this album, I say this is 2 albums too late. He should have gave us this album before he gave us Her Loss. He should have did this album with P&D before he did the album with 21 Savage. Because now it just feels like Kendrick was right. Every move you make now it validates what the Kendrick said. We like you when you sing. We don't like you when you act tough. But I'm not gonna lie, this is a fire album. This is a fire album. Did I download it? I mean, did I add it to my catalog? No, I did not. It still doesn't change the fact that we don't listen to this. I am sorry. Go take some counseling. Maybe then we could talk. But until then.
And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people, this album may get a lot of plays the first week because everybody's curious. They want to know, but what's the replay? What's the replay value? What's the replay value? And I don't see that replay value being very high. Of course, his listeners are going to listen who that resonate to. But one, he's stained and damaged. And just like my man just said, we don't listen to that around here. He's going to have a hard time.
Congratulations, P&D. That was a fire album. And Drake, to save your career, stick with this vibe. Stick with this vibe. This is you. Stay here. Don't try to go back over to the tough talk. Don't try to reignite the beef. Stay here. You said it. You said it. You want to make some party music. Make party music. That is going to save your career. Nothing else.
It's crazy that you say that, but Kendrick did say he's going to watch the party die. So he's trying to turn his TV off entirely.
You got to keep making pop and R&B albums from now on.
What you mean keep making?
I am seeing a lot of hate about Drake and P&D's new album on my For You page already. And it just dropped last night. Drizzy, get behind me. Get behind me. And it's just crazy because y'all did the same with Honestly Nevermind. Drake will drop something that's different from what he usually makes and y'all like just immediately start hating on it. I know we all miss the Take Care era of Drake, okay? But he has said it himself that he's not going back to that era. That's not him anymore. And I personally like when artists like expand their horizons and kind of play with different.
You know, let me stop you there for a little bit. The reason why he can't go back there is because he can't find those writers anymore. He didn't write those records, allegedly, of course. But art is art. And you don't have to put out the same thing. I'm not saying you can't be different and still create something good. When you step over the line to create something else, you should always make sure it's good. He's in the industry. Don't you mean to tell him he can't put out better music? I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, there is a solid like 2 skips on that album, and that's about it.
You see how she goes into this whole rant on how get behind me, Drizzy, everybody's hating. And she told me there's 2 solid skips. Not 1, but 2. So if she says 2, that means it's 4, maybe even 5. There's a lot of repetitive stuff on this album. But she's contradicting herself right in front of our eyes. Right?
But I personally think the rest of the album is great. And I give it like 2 weeks before people start posting that on their stories and suddenly loving it.
All right, so Drake.
Is there any song on there that's your favorite you want to hear?
And Party dropped some sexy songs for you. And I give it an 8. I give it an 8. Pimmy's Dilemma. Man, I felt the message. I get it. I heard it. Loved it. Get it. Somebody Loves Me and Greedy. Gonna age like fine wine. Those gonna be kind of like come and see me and recognize those. That's like Vince's Drake Party Next Door. Small Town Fame. Give Me a Hug. And Raining in Houston though. Came through. He came through. You know what I'm saying? He knew what to do. Pick the right beats for those songs. I do feel like it's some stuff on some songs on the album that shouldn't have been there, but that's Drake. You know what I'm saying? That's why I give it an 8. You know, he gonna throw some stuff in there you think people gonna like. You know, cool.
That's another interview or review that's just compromised. He gives it an 8, but there's some songs on there that shouldn't be on there. But that's just that is not an 8, bro.
Oh, the album was good. I mean, they did their thing on it. I feel.
You see that guy there at the end? Yeah, that's kind of how that album was. I mean, there's 21 songs on this album, right? And Drake is on 6 of them by himself. So is this a collab album or is it just a Drake featuring Party album? Party's more towards the end of the album, so you don't hear a lot of Party up front. So if you're still listening to the front of the album, Party's coming. But I think K-Dot might put the party, made the party die. I don't know how much all I could say is, you know what? This album is okay. It's not for me. It sounds like it's for other people. It may get a lot of buzz the first week it comes out. It may have a high number, but I'm really curious to see what the replay value is and what song do you think is going to come out of here as a hit song? Because to me, none of these songs really punch. They don't really punch. They're like Target elevator music that you can just, but it's not something you be in your car bobbing to all the time. But I know this is a long video and I'm going to edit some of this stuff up, but let me know down in the comments how you feel about Senior Drake's and Party's new album. And Peapod Cove, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.